Okay, so far everything's been into the flight, 300 miles an hour. 1 kilometer up now, passing the stars, the clouds. Everything's doing good. I want to make sure.
You are watching Falcon 9 Accelerate Spaceflight Sherpa LTC-2 and our Starlink satellites out into space.
It's about, I don't know, a little over 15 seconds away. So it's good. So if you live on the East Coast right now, like Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, you might be able to see it. You gotta live on the coast.
And great call out so far. Supersonic means that the vehicle is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
That'd be really cool, like if you're in there watching. People in there down.
And we have now passed through max Q, or the maximum dynamic pressure that the vehicle will see on ascent.
You're in an airplane flying over the city. So look at that. I don't know what's more fun, watching this or watching when they have the second part come out, man.
And we're just about a minute away from several events happening back to back. That is main engine cutoff from MECO, stage separation, and SES-1 or second stage. Second stage engine start run, and that will be followed shortly by the fairing deploy.
That's a cool view coming up.
Again, that is MECO stage separation and SES-1 followed by fairing deploy coming up in just about 20 seconds or so from now. MECO is where all 9 of the M1D engines that you're seeing on your screen shut down in preparation for stage separation.
This is the view I was talking about. It's a really, really cool view.
Once the vehicles separate, the first stage will make its way to attempt to land and just read the instructions tonight as the second stage continues on its journey with SES-1 igniting the second stage engine.
It's about to separate here. Separation. No, there's no inside. I don't think it's inside satellites.
Main engine cut off.
Here we go. Separation. But it's really cool when it starts glowing too. When it gets high enough, it starts glowing.
And back ignition.
What a view. You think the
And we heard MECO. We saw stage separation on your right-hand screen. You can see the MVAC engine igniting on the second stage.
This is crazy. Okay.
On your left-hand screen is a view of the first stage as the grid fins begin to deploy.
Miles an hour. 90 kilometers. The rest of the rocket is going almost 200 miles an hour, almost 100 kilometers up in the sky. They launched from Florida.
And there you can see on your right-hand screen that the fairing has deployed. Today marks the 4th flight for one fairing half and the 5th flight for the other fairing half. And we will attempt to recover the fairing halves again to reuse them on a future launch. And always great callouts. Both first and second stage are following nominal trajectories.
Everything's looking good so far. So far, everything's looking good. The one that's returning is now going 7,100 miles an hour. 116 kilometers up. Stage 2, almost going 9,400 miles an hour. 132 kilometers in the sky.
And today's mission marks SpaceX's 107th.
We're at 420 of them.
This particular first stage supported Arabsat 6A, STP-2, Cosmos SkyMed 2nd Generation FM2, KPLO, and 2 Starlink missions. What you're seeing on your screen is a view on the second stage looking at our MVAC engine. So far on a nominal trajectory. And again, is carrying our Starlink satellites as well as the Sherpa LTC-2 payload.
This is a it's incredible how limited. I keep muting the voice. Like I talked over, so there's not too many people talking at one time. Which is really fascinating how much I glows and how it's not ripping itself apart. It's so cool. So first stage is at 7,300 miles an hour, altitude 101 kilometers. Second stage, 12,000 miles an hour, 162 kilometers in the sky.
Stage. Now, the first stage is making its way back down to Earth, and it requires a couple burns in order to do so. The first will be, or the next will be, the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 M1D engines reignite. That burn will last about 20 seconds long. And then about a minute or so afterwards will be the final burn, which is the landing burn. That's a single engine burn on that first stage.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
There on your left-hand screen, you can see those engines reigniting, lighting up the screen so we can see the first stage as it makes its way back down to Earth.
Okay, it's getting closer. The speed, as you can see, the speed is dropping on the side. 48 kilometers down. Getting close.
And as those engines shut down, that concludes the entry burn.
Also, it'd be hard to see at night, too. It's kind of an issue. We're currently 7 minutes in the flight.
Just about.
Continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Great callouts there. We're just about a minute away from the landing burn beginning on the first stage. Again, we are attempting to land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions tonight. So, 10 kilometers away, it's really starting to drop speed real quick here. So it's about to be landing here in a few minutes, it looks like.
Stage 1 transonic.
It is fascinating how it hasn't melted, so.
You may have heard that call out that stage 1 is transonic.
Okay.
That means that it is traveling near the speed of sound.
5 kilometers.
The landing burn should be starting
It's
up here
dropping
shortly.
now.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There you can see on your screen the landing burn has begun for Falcon 9.
Fingers crossed. So here it is, about to land. See the ocean.
Landing leg deployed.
Deployed. Fingers crossed.
And really awesome views of the first stage landing. This marks the 140th overall landing.
Okay, successful landing of that. Very impressive. It's a perfect dead bullseye. Perfect landing. So, the main rocket is now at 2,600 kilometers per hour. And altitude is 168. So I think it's about to be, almost into orbit now. It's not really changing too much. Right now, we're around New York, directly across where my state is. Past Virginia Beach, almost near New York, but I don't even think that you'll be able to see it.
Now, as a reminder, in addition to our 51 Starlinks on board, we have a passenger on board as well, Sherpa LTC-2 for our customer spaceflight. The second stage will start and shut down one more time around T plus 45 minutes before we deploy the rideshare payload. Now, until then, we're going to enter a coast phase, so sit back and enjoy the views in Space Jams.
Cruising mode now.